Yeah, and that's one of the things that one of the things that I started doing really early was writing. Most people might not know, what do you do in a history degree? And more or less it's what you think. You read a bunch of books and then you write papers about them. You read the books, you talk about them with people that are in your cohort and the professor, argue about what was said, what was missed out. Footnotes are really important. You got to look at where's it coming from because nothing happens in a vacuum. And then you have to write about what you read and not just summarize it, not just like regurgitate, but what did you think a spin on it was? And so there's a lot of transferable skills there because the research is on your own. Nobody's going to hold your hand and read with you. You can do the audiobook or however you want to do it, but it's a solo thing. It's up for you to be the one to do it. And pen testers love to push packets. That is fun, and it's getting shells is the best. We've all got, many of us have our own shell dance that we do just when we're able to do that, but that doesn't mean squat if you can't write a report that is going to mean anything. If I write a report that is so laden in technical jargon and the manager that reads it eyes glaze over and it gets tossed into a corner, that's a very expensive paperweight. And a lot of pen testers hate the report writing part because it can be dry. But the reality of the situation is that if you don't do that well, you're not delivering what the clients are asking for. Now I'm speaking as a consultant. Regardless, that's what our deliverable is, right? That's how at the end of the day we can demonstrate our value in what we did. So if you're not thinking about writing, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And it can be one of those differentiators where, and it isn't just in the reports, right? Documentation is something that most people hate, right? It's something that is, they do it when they have to. But if you flip that around, what if you find joy in writing documentation, right? What if you can write something that you'll have a little bit of fun with, let the technical writers sort out your fun, but like there's a real opportunity to make your processes better by doing that. And it also sets you apart, right? Because not a lot of pen testers are going to be on here talking about the report, right? Except it's like thing that, write that stinking report out. The worst. Friday afternoons are terrible but it doesn't have to be like that. And when I was getting started, there was a website called peerless.com and it doesn't exist anymore. They went out of business. But I wrote an article. It was called like, hey, InfoSec companies, this is why your next hire should hold a liberal arts degree. And it wasn't just history, right? I also have a philosophy degree, which is another story. That's another rabbit hole we can go down.